Hello, people. This is Blue Highwind.
Hello, this is Skate Mode.
This is Tabby.
Some color mage.
Hello, we here are all gathered together for the inaugural Final Fantasy Wiki LP of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, the game with the happiest, jumpiest crystals in the world.
Why are they dancing?
Because they're that happy. Okay, and this is me starting a whole new quest. That old quest doesn't count. Let's pretend it doesn't exist.
It wasn't mystic enough.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
So here we go, this is the very beginning. We are on the Hill of Destiny.
Why is he worried about his village?
I'm not sure. You never actually get to see the village, from what I saw. Like, he just starts here. His village is gone. You never saw it in the first place.
Wait, jumping?
Yep,
The
jumping.
hill is the entire village. Just that hill.
Yeah. Yes, jumping is in this game. It is a very advanced thing that would happen in this game, and would not happen again in Final Fantasy until, I think, Final
10-2.
Fantasy 13-2. No, 10-2?
10-2. It was in 10-2.
Oh wow. That game's more advanced than I thought. So here we are now being told the plot right now. This is it. This is the entirety of Mystic Quest's plot. Which, I mean, if you're big on JRPGs, you might be disappointed, but, you know, save the crystals, save the world, getting right to the point. And of course, I'm the only person that could ever save the world because, you know, oh wait, battle. And
That seems a bit huge, doesn't it?
yeah, they just start you off fighting a behemoth.
It seems a bit early for that.
Also, first-person battle sequences.
Yep. It's Dragon Quest-ish. Except you can see yourself, so it's more advanced than Dragon Quest.
So it's a mix between Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy?
I guess. Also,
No,
you can see these sprites change as you hurt them, and they disintegrate.
That seemed pretty easy.
Yeah. But it's actually the most difficult battle of the entire game from what I could see, because I actually lost the first time I fought it. He got a critical hit against me, and there was nothing I could do.
Oh yeah, that behemoth fight is actually entirely luck-based. I mean, your accuracy is high enough that you should be able to do it every time, but then critical hits come in and mess everything up.
Well, yeah. By the way, just for giggles, let's tell everyone what our experience with this game is. My experience is right here, what you're seeing. This is pretty much the entirety of it. Steve, how much of this have you played?
I've played about an hour and a half of it, a really long time ago, just to see what this game was.
Okay. Tabby, how much have you played?
Never played it.
Oh, good. And Some Color Mage?
I've played a bit of the early game before. Don't think I managed to get far past this forest.
You couldn't get past the forest? Was it just that
No, I
challenging?
stopped playing because I was bored of it.
Oh. Yeah, here's one of the disappointing parts of the game. The world map is linear.
It's like you don't control that at all, just you press buttons.
You
and
press
you can go
buttons and you go to a place. Like, in other games you can walk around, up and down. In this one, it looks like you can, but you can only go between areas immediately. And here's this girl, Kylie? I think is how you pronounce it. She's going to join us. You can have...
Nick.
Yep. You can have one other character in your party, from what I can tell. I mean, there's only room for one other person at the bottom of the screen.
And she has an axe.
Yes. That's good for chopping down trees. This
Can you
game
do that with a sword?
No, you cannot. Swords are too thin. You need an axe. This game lets you actually interact with the environment.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
Sounds like Zelda.
Are you reading the text? Because I was very shocked when I read this. I had to talk to her a couple times.
Wait,
Here
so
she
she's actually just...
Yeah, I actually scanned to look at her for a second, like, what? All these people are cursed, apparently. And you can jump over them.
Their curse is to turn into old people or something?
That's
They
what
don't seem
happens.
to mind being stabbed.
Yeah, stabbing doesn't really affect them, though. That person just got lucky, because usually when you stab them, you talk to them. So. Stabbing and talking are the same button.
Well,
Is there a dash button in this game?
No. Luckily, you move relatively quickly, I guess.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the walking speed is really that much of concern in this game.
No. Speed
Wait, what is that?
The animation when you get up is awesome. It's like this great Ace Ventura pose, so I had to do it twice. Like, yes! Yes! Both ways. And I'm just going around talking to everybody. This game is not nearly as exciting as Final Fantasy VI. Let's just get that out of the way right now. And this is really the most exciting part of it when you're just starting.
Because you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten into the monotony of the battles just over and over again yet.
Have you done editing in this?
Nope. This is completely raw. Maybe the later videos will get edited. I figured this one, the world needed to know the full Mystic Quest experience. By the way, Matt...
Exactly how Mystic Quest is.
Yeah. Yes, we need to know how Mystic Quest is. Magic is, you're given like a set number of white magic, set number of black magic. That's pretty much it.
Sounds
You can save
like...
anywhere.
I don't know.
Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 1, kinda.
Right, right.
Oh well. Yeah, you rest, you get your MP back. Pretty much we're just visiting the town, getting in all the sights, doing the Ace Ventura pose.
The only thing I really like about this game so far is that you can jump over all the annoying NPCs that get in your way.
Yes,
That
that is great. Because it's so often in JRPGs that you just get stuck behind somebody for like a minute.
Yeah, being able to just immediately get around NPCs is always a good thing.
Yeah. But what's annoying in this game is, you can't see this, jumping is really, really stiff. Because you can only jump when you're completely solitary, I think. So every time you're moving, it won't let you jump. And then sometimes it just... Yeah.
the chests respawn.
Yes. That's another great thing about this game. The items are basically infinite. So I'm going to collect something like 50 potions during the course of this game.
Oh god, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically anything with consumables in it will respawn, stuff like spells and equipment won't. That's...
Yeah. You get an unlimited amount. Also, I just put Kylie under control because CPU control is just idiotic, always.
This isn't Persona 3, right?
Yeah. That is why you have to play the Persona 3 portable version. It's no fun on the PlayStation 2.
She seems a lot better than you.
She is better than me.
Also, the thing on the bottom that's a strange health meter.
Yeah, I fixed that.
Reminds me of Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it does look a lot like Fire Emblem.
It is kind of bizarre though. I can't see why they built it that way as the default.
I don't know why they set non-character control as default, like...
I guess, like, maybe the people who play this game can't read or something? I don't know.
Well, it was made for us silly Americans. I guess they thought that we don't like looking at numbers, so they put a bar, a graphic, which they thought would be more exciting to us, but the graphic is really bad because you see underneath it, that shows how many of those bars there are. So it actually kind of lies to you. You look at it and you think, oh, Blue is full health. No, he has half health.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's why I went to numbers. I don't know when I do it, but I do it eventually.
I was gonna say something critical and bitter about this game, but I don't remember it right now.
Oh, come on, we can't get cynical now. We just started. There are 4 more of these videos to go, and we barely started the first one. I mean, we're not even through the first forest.
We're not even past the first 10 minutes, actually.
Oh.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
We're only 9 3/4 minutes in.
Well, we're already feeling the ending. This is going to be an interesting one.
I'm not even playing this one, and I feel like it's been like hours and hours.
I'm guessing that in the next video I'm going to have less people with me. Maybe I should have edited out the battles. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, they're like 3 seconds long.
Yeah, that's the one good thing. It's just
Like, they don't have-
slimes and little elf people.
Like, the enemies don't even really seem to attack you.
Well, you get to move first every time, so. It is also turn-based, there's no, real-time anything.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. This was actually the second Final Fantasy game released in Europe.
Oh.
The first one was Final Fantasy Adventure, which isn't really a Final Fantasy game either.
I thought it was Final Fantasy VII that was the first.
No, this game was actually released in Europe.
No, that
And all
was the
the other
first
Final Fantasy
popular Final Fantasy game ever released.
Yeah, it was the first good one.
Yeah. I figured we could have done Final Fantasy Adventure, but that's even more obscure than this. Oh, Evil Tree. He's actually a Minotaur.
Well, that's why the tree was glowing orange.
Yeah. It was definitely a surprise for me, because I didn't even heal myself up.
I don't know, just generally speaking, I'm not usually expecting Minotaurs to come out of trees, but
No.
what do I know?
I mean, I usually expect, I don't know, a tree monster to come out of a tree, something plant-like, not really a Minotaur. Because, I mean, he's bigger than the trees in the background. How the hell did he fit in there?
Yeah, what? Just seriously, what? Like, that doesn't even... I don't even...
Yeah. Well, the game needed something mystical in order to be a mystic quest,
This is pretty far from mystical.
So we've agreed that the game is not mystical, but is it a quest, at least?
I guess
Well,
it
it
could
kinda
be.
looks like a quest.
I mean, you're fighting things. Is it a Final Fantasy game? Hard to say, isn't it?
It has crystals in it.
Yes, it does. They're five
So
in
cute.
they're five in the front of the game, like in the opening thing. There appear to only be 4 in the actual game now. Because everyone mentioned 4 crystals, even though there are 5 in the title screen. I don't know. Maybe that's
It's the twist at the end.
It's the yeah. I bet you $5 that's actually going to be the twist at the end of this game.
I don't know anything about this game, like the ending or anything. I remember the final boss is green.
Oh. Yeah, Kylie got poisoned, so that means she's out of the party. I gotta find Elixir.
And she still somehow managed to do that entire fight before she collapsed from the poison she was infected with before.
I thought that she would have the poison status effect, but she didn't. Also, with that axe, I can now chop down trees, and there's a great satisfying sound effect when you do it.
I thought we were supposed to be saving the forest.
Saving, chopping
Well,
it
what the
down.
tree just turned into a minotaur? Screw the forest.
Yeah, exactly. The trees are all minotaurs as far as I'm concerned now. You never know.
Can you switch weapons in this game, or like once you have the axe, you have the axe?
As far as I can tell, I can't. I mean, I tried.
You can switch. I
Really?
forget exactly how you're supposed to do it, but you do have to switch. Because like some puzzles later on rely on you switching weapons to interact with the field and such.
Because, like, later on I'm given bombs, and I tried to go back to the axe because I was worried I'd run out of them, which really isn't a problem. This game's that easy. But, like, I was trying to find out a way, and I just could not find anything in the menu. Maybe it's just shoulder buttons. I'm playing this on an emulator, so I really don't know what the shoulder buttons are, so I never use them.
They're probably shoulder buttons. That would make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. So I felt bad for Kylie, so I decided to visit her, but neither her or Mom really had anything to say to me.
It's the
Just
same
take
thing.
their potions.
Just take care. Take care. That's it.
Well, they meant to say take cure, and
I did. I come back to this house a few times, because, I mean, you might as well just endlessly spam the items. Like, you can do it forever.
God, how many potions are there? Do you really need these many?
No. Honestly, you don't. This really is baby's first Final Fantasy. I mean, this really isn't like baby's first Final Fantasy. This is like, I don't know, first trimester's first Final Fantasy.
There's a weapon thing in the... Can you, like, click on it?
Yeah, I see, I'm trying it, but I'm getting that womp noise, so I'm guessing I can't. Oh, this is where I customize it. See, now we have numbers.
Why wasn't that the default?
God knows why. You don't need the
Crazy colors.
Yeah, I could have made crazy colors, but I thought this game needed the blue so it'd look at least Final Fantasy-ish in that way. Otherwise, it might look like a crappy Zelda game or something.
Battlefield.
Yes.
Oh, I remember these. You just fight the same enemy over and over again. It's like a grind. It's like a grinding area.
Oh, come on, you're spoiling it. It was really exciting when I did it. I thought it was going to be like a tournament thing, you know? And it would get harder and harder as you go through. No.
This is the other thing I remember from this game.
Yeah, we'll have to do all of them for this LP. So, I hope you found a nice, comfortable seat.
You have to cut this out after this video.
Oh, it gets so much worse, too.
Full Nelson.
The forest...
Wait, how far are we into the video? 16
we're...
minutes in.
Yeah. I don't know who in the world would ever manage to sit through this.
You did.
Well, I'm playing it. I mean... I don't know who would be watching this, managing to sit through the whole thing. I guess we just gotta keep them with the charm of our personalities, right?
I'm assuming that the commentary is here to make this game watchable.
I guess.
That and the battle thing.
I feel bad that we're getting so negative on it, because it's really not that bad of a game. It's just basic. Like,
I'm kind of digging the battle music.
yes, the battle music is awesome. That was the first thing I wanted to comment on, but somehow we got sidetracked.
This game does actually have good music, I've noticed.
I mean, it's not Uematsu, so I guess someone's going to strangle us for even implying that there could be good Final Fantasy music beyond him, but still. Like, oh. I was just about to say we can listen to the battle music again, but I seem to have other plans.
Back to the forest.
Well, this guy's guarding the heal
There's
potion.
the battle music.
And that's like the only place I've found that have heal potions, so I come back here a few times to farm them.
Are there shops in this game?
No. Not that I've seen. You get GP at the end of every battle, but I haven't found anywhere to use it. Like, it looks like there could be a shop in that town, but there's no one behind the counter. Unless I'm just doing it wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are shops later in the game.
Alright. So it has that going for it. It has shops.
Yeah, so, you know, more NPC interaction than Final Fantasy 13, at least.
Yeah.
I do like it how when you hit the wood creature with the axe, it says like the wood, whatever its name is weak to axe attacks. It's like it's like this huge
Yeah.
paragraph of text.
It's like axe is like the element to this game. And it tells you every single time, no matter what. It will always tell you that it's weak to it.
It could just like pop up weak, like on the...
Or something. It could give you like a sound effect, you know, like it sounds like a greater crash or something, but no.
That never gets old, that little
No.
animation.
Suppose.
It's like, yeah, I'm ready.
This town is named Foresta.
Yep. And it seems to fit because it is kind of foresty. I do all 7 of these battles.
I'm assuming that this is like 50% of the video or something.
Battles are easily 3/4. Oh man, I got fucked right there. That was ridiculous. This is, I think, the closest I get to dying.
I don't understand this game's obsession with having full sentences for every single battle. It's like the mad plant attacks with, and it has like this entire little sentence on the bottom.
I mean, you might forget sometimes. Oh. There also seems to be a really high possibility of missing.
And getting poisoned.
Yeah.
It seems to be 100% actually.
And I guess I could just heal up, but nah, might as well go back to town, eat up more time.
But there's no punishment for it.
No. There's none at all. And there's no punishment for farming items, there's no punishment for anything, really.
I'm surprised he's not getting hurt just by walking around.
No, I was surprised by that. There's nothing like that at all. Poisoning only affects you during battles.
I guess it's another thing to be baby's first RPG.
Yeah.
It is kind of unsporting to die while you're walking around outside the battle.
Well, I mean, imagine a little kid playing this and all of a sudden he sees that bright light that hits you whenever you're walking and poisons it in an RPG and he's like, what the hell? And then he dies, and he never quite figures it out, and then he just throws the game away in frustration. I'm trying to imagine what they were thinking when they made this game.
I don't think that's ever happened.
I'm sure it's happened to one person. The guy who made this game. He could never beat Final Fantasy III. He was just totally pissed off, and he's like, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna make the easiest RPG ever. And so he did.
Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 6?
Final Fantasy III. This was
Okay, yeah,
made
that
before
makes
6,
sense.
I think.
Yeah, it looks like it came before 6 because...
It looks like an NES game. I mean, the graphics aren't that amazing.
It's like
Yeah,
Genesis.
I think this was around the same time frame as 5.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a phase that just Square was going through at the time. Because they sent us the Final Fantasy IV Easy mode. Because they were afraid it would be too difficult.
The easy mode, like FF4 Easy Type, actually has even more stuff dumbed down or removed compared to the US version, actually. It's kind of ridiculous.
But there's an even easier version?
I don't know.
Basically, hard type of the SNES versions, I think it's hard type is the original Japanese is the hardest, then US, then easy type.
Well, actually the hardest type is DS, but they didn't know it back then.
Yeah, but of the SNES version.
The DS version is really hard. I never played it. I've only played the original the PlayStation. Like it's the PlayStation version, so it's the original Japanese version, basically.
Alright, I'll think of an analogy. You know how in this game, whenever I get into a fight, I'm pretty much guaranteed to attack first and I'll just wipe out 3/4 of the enemy party? Final Fantasy IV DS is the opposite of that. You'll walk into a battle and some chameleon guys will just breathe a flamethrower and that'll be the end of all of your mages right there.
God, I hate when that happens.
And I'm sure people are watching right now and they're like, oh god, he just sucks at RPGs. And maybe I do, that's why I'm playing this.
No, Final Fantasy IV DS is hard. Like, enemies start to be annoying, like, even just before the underground waterway with the tiny mages that do like 60 damage to vessel.
Wait, are you serious? That early?
Yep.
Yes,
that's like the second dungeon.
Yes.
I started really having trouble in Tower of Zod. Oh wait, plot's happening. Really cool music too. 9,000 GP.
Oh, better than 9,001.
My allowance is only 2 GP a month. That's my favorite line of this whole game.
Your parents are dead, kid. You don't get any allowance anymore.
I'm not sure if he ever had parents. Remember, we never got to see the village he came from. He could have just made it up.
This is actually, you
know,
maybe
like,
it's like a Silent Hill game.
Or maybe it's like
yeah,
maybe it's like Final Fantasy.
But you keep cutting each other.
Oh no.
You go on, Sun Cutler Mage.
And maybe it's like Final Fantasy VIII, where if you walk around long enough, you just magically get money appearing in.
Oh, there we go. He's at that low level of a seed.
Yeah.
I mean, this game
Money
feels
was-
like a month, so I should have gotten that 2 GP by now.
The money is useless in Final Fantasy VIII, so that's why they give it to you for free, basically.
Well, not as useless as here, because there aren't any shops so far.
Wait, is there another oh my god, I didn't even notice we got into another battlefield.
Yep, we have to go through the whole cycle again. Actually, I could have made that last cycle much easier if I had had Tristram join me, but I had no idea. Tristram, by the way, is a ninja. And that's about it. He throws ninja stars.
And that's the only way you can tell he's a ninja.
Yeah. So, are we having fun yet?
I think there should be a guild toss or something.
Oh man, Guild Toss would just break this game so much more than it already is.
Well, actually, I don't think this game is broken. I think it operates exactly as it intends to.
Yeah.
It's not like Final Fantasy VIII, which is actually a broken game.
There isn't really much to exploit here. I mean, they've given you every tool you could possibly need, so...
Like, if this was Final Fantasy VIII, you'd probably have the Lionheart by now.
You would have started with the line. Oh, is everything okay? I'm hearing some... No suicides out of desperation now, come on. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the video.
I mean, I had to do this entire LP. I brought this upon myself.
Yeah, I don't know, it's like... This is not Final Fantasy, like, 10-2 or Final Fantasy 13, because...
Oh, it would be hilarious doing a 10-2 LP. Imagine a massage minigame.
Oh god.
It would just be awkward silence for the entire 10 minutes after that. Like, no one would want to talk.
If you want to see suicides from bad, like, we would just, like, Skype call, someone would just exit out of the Skype call. Just end it right there.
No, that's for the later videos.
And that massage minigame is mandatory. I don't... Of all the minigames they made mandatory, why that one?
Well, why was that game made?
Because Square lost tons of money from the Spirits Within.
I guess, yeah. I just assumed that somebody was a really big fan of the Spice Girls. Which I don't blame them, the Spice Girls are awesome.
Has anyone seen the Spirits Within?
I have.
I haven't.
I saw it in theaters, it was terrible.
Wait, it came out in theaters?
Yeah. It was a big movie back then. Yeah, it was in 2000. Everyone was raving about it because it was
Oh my god.
the most advanced CG game ever made. I mean, CG movie ever made. Before that, it was just like Toy Story and Toy Story 2. So when that movie came out, it's like realistic CG animation, which had never been done before. So it was very groundbreaking, I guess. And it looked good. It's just the movie made no sense.
It looked good, but it was terrible.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you gotta find all the spirits, and the spirits actually are one of the evil ghosts, but the spirits are supposed to kill the ghosts, but the ghosts aren't actually evil, and then the ending's in a crater, and it makes really no sense, and, yeah,
That's pretty much a pattern with movies. Too much money on the special effects, none on the screenplay.
well, yeah. But it was actually, you know, Sakaguchi's, you know, baby, that movie. Like, he was really proud of it. They sunk a ton into that movie. That was one of the biggest flops of all time.
Yeah, it was like $200 million or something. Ridiculous.
And because of that, Sakaguchi was removed from Square, and the company's been on a downhill spiral ever since. But it's good to remember people when they're desperate, like imagining, oh my god, there's a Final Fantasy 13-3. It wasn't always great. At some point they made games like this.
Yeah, I don't know, if I don't know, if I was the person who made Final Fantasy The Spirits of Rin, I would be okay with being fired. At that point, it's just...
Well, at least until you play Final Fantasy 13 too, then I'd
I
start
have played
feeling
that
bad
game.
about myself. Like, I mean,
game
this
is not
is
bad.
gold compared to this, as far
That
as
game
I'm-
is not as bad as Final Fantasy X-2. That game is the worst. And not as bad as Final Fantasy The After Years.
I played 10 minutes of 10-2, and I was horrified. This is just too much. I wasn't ready.
Is this LP just going to end up with everyone arguing which game is the worst ever?
Well,
We're so
it's not-
negative, I feel bad. I've brought all of this upon us.
Well, I like it how the sprites change.
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, you don't get to see much of it because they die so fast, but, you know, someone put a lot of work into that.
I'm still liking the music, that's all.
There are some good ideas here. There's the
Jumping.
Yes, jumping. There's the sprites changing. There's the music, although that's less of an idea and more a thing.
There's the animation of when you get out of bed.
Yes. And well, so far that's about it.
I have to say the hero of this game, Little Blue, he's just an inspiration, because it doesn't matter what he goes through, it doesn't matter how bland the game is, every single time he gets out of bed he's just as excited as the last time.
The Bone Dungeon.
Yeah, this is the first real dungeon, actually. Everything we've done before is just preparing us for this.
I just have to fight the dragons.
Yes.
They still die in one hit.
Yeah, unless you miss, which happens so frequently.
I guess that's their way of making it so that enemies have time to attack you.
I guess. It's just really annoying. It's like Chrono Cross. The way that game's done, it's like you miss so often.
And the only way to increase your accuracy in that game is to actually hit someone.
Yes, yes. So you can like start up an attack. Like you get 7 chances to attack in that game during your turn. And the only attacks that really matter are the strongest ones. But you can't use the strongest ones until you use the weakest ones. And then when you use the weakest ones, you can get into a situation where you miss like 5 times in a row, and that's a wasted turn. So, I'm glad I'm playing this and not that.
Chrono Cross is a pretty good contender for a game that's less fun than this.
Yeah. I mean, that game's much prettier, though. This game looks like shit. Just frankly looks terrible for a Super Nintendo game. Oh, you get bombs.
If you get them too, that's convenient.
Yeah, oh, I actually spent money just then. I forgot.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
The money does actually do something.
yeah.
I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
That's a
like-
rock.
It's like a strange bird creature wearing a loincloth.
And a funny hat. His name's Rock. We get to fight another one. And if
So
my
all the
memory is
enemies are-
correct, I predict there will be another one on the other side of that door we're going to blow up.
So all the enemies are just on the map.
Yeah. There's no random encounter. So this game has that, at least. But the enemies are set up in such a place that, like, you can never avoid them. So, it's pointless.
It's like almost Chrono Trigger, but not.
Yeah. It's like, I guess Final Fantasy 13 would be a good example, because the way the enemies are, you can never get past them. They just, like, pre-plan that you're gonna get into this many fights every time.
Yeah,
So it's
but
like Earthbound without
at least
removing
if you were
it.
playing smart in 13, you could sneak around the back of enemies.
Well, there's really no smart in this. By the way, we have Worm Sign, the likes of which even God has never seen.
Oh good, we get to see an enemy's critical animation for once.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. Only because the bomb is weaker when you hit a group of targets and not the same one. Not just one, I mean.
New enemies. They are kind of the same, but These rights.
There isn't really much of a change of strategy from these enemies. They just attack, that's it. There might as well just be one enemy sprite. Some of them poison you. That's the most it ever gets up to being.
I mean, Final Fantasy 1 is kind of like that sometimes, but that game has an excuse because it's really old.
Well, this game's really old too. I mean...
But that game is like one of the first console RPGs ever, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tried bombing in front of the enemies, see if that would possibly kill them. It doesn't. You have to fight.
Good try, though.
Yep. I love the way their heads move. What?
That's pretty amazing.
They look like they're just fucking with me. They're just like... They don't really care, they just want to annoy me at this point. Speaking of amazing, that was amazing.
Did this game sell well?
No.
Did it sell at all?
People did play it, but it's one of the most obscure Final Fantasy games ever. And not very fondly remembered. I was kinda hoping when I started this that I'd be like, maybe I can possibly change the public's perception of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, but it appears all I've done is proved it.
I guess, you know, it's... I mean, you didn't play this game before, so...
No.
You had some glimmer of hope that it would be...
I thought it would
amazing.
be possibly some underrated gem that only I would understand.
Unfortunately,
No.
no.
I mean, I understand it, it's just... there's not much to it.
So you've been pushed around by the sands?
Yeah. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about. Those two guys, no way to get around them, so you have to fight them. That was also the first boss, they just recycled them. I mean, the
I don't
game...
think they even changed the palette on that one.
No. The game just started and they're already recycling sprites.
That's somewhat satisfying.
Oh, there's the
Yes,
Minotaur. He was not a tree that time.
Well, no, he's a zombie now. Zombies can't.
He seems unhappy.
Zombies cannot hide as trees. Zombies have to hide as zombie trees. This is just physics, you know.
Oh, someone confused you. There are other statuses in this game.
Yeah, but confusion goes away immediately, as I can see. I think it might just be poison and confuse, and I'm guessing since it's an RPG, there'll be like sleep and paralysis and maybe frozen. I don't know.
I don't think they're very imaginative with the status effects in this game.
Well, they weren't very imaginative with the elements. The elements so far have just been like axe and sword. Trees are weak to axe.
This would be like fire, ice, water sort of thing, right? Or fire, ice.
Well, we haven't seen any magic yet. No
Besides Kira, right?
Yeah, but I don't think we've ever even casted it.
Do you need to when you have all the potions?
The potions don't heal you very much. As we're about to see, this game's even easier than you think because the heal spells are ridiculous. They're like Curaga from the very beginning.
That seems... I don't know. Mystic Quest. It seems pretty mystic.
It's mystic. That could be our default, trying to figure out why. It's just mystic. Would you throw a bomb at a skeleton? No, because you're not mystic enough.
Like, why do you miss so much? Otherwise it wouldn't be mystic.
Of course. There needs to be an element of mysticness, even with the attack animations. Why did that happen? Because he's mystic. Why did that happen? Mystic. Why did I bomb myself? Mystic. It's all an answer someplace.
I'm sad that the victory theme isn't in this game.
No, it really isn't. And that got me through so many games. Like, that's the only reason why I ever beat Final Fantasy II, was because of the victory theme.
I'm assuming you've never beaten Final Fantasy 13-2 or 13?
I've beaten 13-2. I got through it mostly due to rage. Because I didn't want anyone to be accusing me of prejudging it or anything. I'm like, this game is so bad. I need to see the full thing. I need to reach the end. Because the ending has to make it worthwhile, right? And it doesn't.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be judging this game so early on.
No,
maybe
it's guaranteed to get better.
Maybe it will just be better.
Yeah. I spot a boss right there, so I decided to go into the other room.
What you found a spell?
I found Quake. We could be playing that game instead.
You know, that seems kind of early on to get Quake.
Well, it's the lowest spell in the game. I'm guessing the next room will have Holy, and the room after that will have Ultima. And that'll be
Or
it.
Flare.
Yeah.
Quake is usually around the second level elemental spells, isn't it?
We might be in the second level elemental stage of this game.
There is no first level in this game.
I like how this thing is called Flamerus Rex. Like, they tried to
Flamerus
make it
Rex.
fun, but this doesn't make any sense.
He's trying to sound
Rex on anything.
He's trying to sound intimidating, but he just winds up sounding really stupid.
Well, what can you say? It's Mystic.
Yes.
And so we proceed to bomb a ninja star his ribs on.
Yeah. Mystic Rex.
Can you cure him? Is he like a zombie?
Who? Flamer's Rex?
Yeah.
I don't think I can even use spells against myself. I don't know. Like, if I have heal, I think it'll only affect my characters. I didn't even try to do the other ones. I figured that'd be too advanced tactics. I don't know. And I mean, even though this guy's the Earth Dragon, for some reason Quake works against him. It works better than anything else. That was surprising to me.
That is kind of a crazy healing spell.
Yeah. All the way back up. And I got two left. I gotta use all of them before he dies. He's running out of bones, too.
Wait, why is Flamerus Rex the Earth monster?
Mystic.
Sounds like the fire one to me.
Mystic that way.
You know, I think they misnamed this. They should just name it Mysterious Quest instead of Mystic Quest.
No, they should have named it Easy Quest. Simplistic Quest, Basic Quest. Final Fantasy USA.
That's what they named it in
first quest?
Japan. That's what it's called in Japan. It's called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest USA.
Yeah. Some sort of an insult I view it as. Ah, the crystal! It rises! Are you bowing? Are you bowing to the magnificence of the crystal? Because you should be. It's that magnificent.
Yeah, we are 4th through the game now.
I believe we are now a quarter of the way through the game. Hook shot! I want it, but you can't get it. It's not yet.
And more potions.
Yep. So you can never have quite enough. And the sand coin, I don't know what that does. I tried to find out. I was unsure of what speed does either. I assume it just restores all of your magic.
It's the MP, yeah. It's like an MP elixir sort of thing.
Yeah, here I try to touch the crystal because I assume I need to take it someplace, but as far as I can tell, I can't interact with it. So I jump for a while.
I think you managed to jump through the crystal there.
It doesn't actually exist. That's what we learned. So I just give up. And as you can see, the story continues even though I don't have it, so I'm guessing I don't need it. Look at the hero's, like, gesture there. It's awesome. It's just like, come on, come on. He's so confused, but he wants to wiggle his hands.
I don't know, I think that was a shrug.
I think his gestures make this game.
Yeah. The other thing that makes this game for me are the stand rides. They're just so much fun. Look at that. Whee! I get to float. I'm not doing any of that. You just get to go instantly brought to them right to the place you need to go.
At least it's not like ice. There probably will be an ice dungeon puzzle thing. We have to spot an ice later. I'm assuming.
Oh, I hope it's like the ice skating puzzles from Pokemon. Those are awesome. So far, there have been no puzzles in this game. And that makes me sad.
That door you had to bomb was somewhat puzzle-like.
Bombing a wall is a puzzle?
Well, it works with Zelda.
Oh.
Yeah, this was Zelda, you totally get that puzzle solve jingle from it.
I think you guys have been playing too much Phantom Hourglass. Because that was basically the puzzles for that.
Probably,
I've never played that one. I heard that one was bad.
It's okay.
No buttons. It wasn't really fun for me.
I got used to it, but it just seemed pointless. Like, it should have been an option for the game, honestly. But they should have just been like, do you want to use buttons or you don't want to use buttons? But instead they're just like, we're going to decide for you, because we've made this DS thing. Come on.
You actually do have to fight the guys now?
Yeah. I skipped all of that, now I have to, now I'm punished for it.
Well, punish is a loose term.
Well, according to the game designers, all bit of gameplay is fun, I assume. So they're gifting me with all this fighting right here. So I'll just spam Quake on my way through, and that's that.
I've noticed that Quake is not any better than the bomb.
Actually, it is better, because the bomb is weak against mobs, but Quake hits everything and just murders them all.
Okay.
I guess, kinda. I don't know. Maybe it's good against the worm. You think worms would be good against Quake, but they're not. Yeah, it's weak against Earth attack. They live in the Earth. Why would they be weak against it?
Allergies?
Mystic.
Mystic allergies.
Mystic allergies. The worst kind of allergies. So at this point, we've basically finished the point of this video. But we gotta walk back. We gotta save Kylie, right? Aren't you all on the edge of your seat about her fate?
I've forgotten.
No. Come on, she's one of 3 characters in this game.
Oh wait, this place is turned back to green and all children again.
Yep.
Did that happen because we killed Flamerous Rex?
Yes. You actually managed to figure that out a lot faster than I did.
At this point, I just assumed that when you kill the boss, things happen.
Yeah, I was really worried that I'd get back here and someone would be like, why didn't you get the Earth Crystal? You idiot. You have to go through that whole dungeon all over again. I'm sure I'll get that at the end of the game or something, but until then, I gotta get the items before I give her the medicine. You gotta do the most important thing first.
Now I can visit Spencer in Aquaria.
Whoever that is, wherever that is.
Gee, I wonder what element Aquaria will be focused around.
Fire.
Fire, it's totally fire.
Yeah, we're agreed on it, it's fire.
Yeah, definitely fire.
It couldn't be any.
Oh. Yeah, and then we fight, like, Earthsaurus, and he's the fire boss.
Yeah, so this is actually pretty much the end of the video. So I suggest you say goodbye to the folks at home.
Okay, well, yeah, this was Skate Mode. Bye-bye.
Anyone else want to say goodbye, or is it just Skate? No. Alright, I'll say goodbye. Bye-bye.
I'm not ready to say goodbye to Mystic Quest.
I think I'm ready for now. This is Some Color Mage. Bye.
Oh, okay, this is Tabby. Bye.
And this is Blue Highwind, your host, saying goodbye. We'll be back later, assuming I gather the energy to finish this LP.
It'll be Mystic.
Yes. Mystic energy is what you need.